Hey guys, this is John Zombro with the Lifetime Body, and I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Thanks for joining me, and today I'd like to share with you something that comes up extremely often when I'm working with my clients. In fact, I've learned many things from my clients and mentors on this topic over the years, and it's this: traveling does not have to destroy our health and fitness. In fact, you can not only survive, but thrive when traveling. This weekend, the podcast, PK and I took a deep dive into that topic, and if you'd like to check it out, I'll certainly post a link to it in the description box below. But I wanted to give you a few quick pearls of wellness wisdom for right now. First of all, when it comes to travel, I think we have to adopt that mindset that's somewhat flexible, realizing we can't control everything or plan for it. And if we can find a way to flow, it just works better. Next, when you've got training, and so whatever you've been doing with your movement, so as we've talked about before, we have activity, which is everything we do that's not official exercise, and then we have exercise. Well, if you take exercise to the next level, your training, we've talked about bringing out your inner athlete, but you can manipulate your training while you're on the road. Probably the first thing to do is realize that you may not have the same facilities available as you have at home, and that you probably need to be creative in terms of time and amount, and perhaps even doing a little bit less training overall than you normally would do to save a reserve for those things that come up, whether you're on a family vacation or on a business trip. When it comes to eating, probably the biggest power lever that we have in eating is simply using fasting, and particularly if we're in a ketogenic state, that's very easy, it's painless, it's not stressful. So when you're on the airplane or in the airport and the food choices just don't line up with your nutritional goals, you can simply not eat until you can have a chance to get to some better food sources, and that's an amazing freedom. Now we have sleep, and sleep is, as we all know, that force magnifier, that force multiplier, that without which very few things work or take. And there's some low-hanging fruit that you can utilize. First of all, try to make your room as dark and quiet as possible, closing the curtains, unplugging things that have lights if you don't need them on, using foam earplugs or a sleep mask if you have that. They're very inexpensive, I'd highly recommend. And also not compromising on sleep. Exhaustion and fatigue can build up rapidly, and sometimes there's so much stimulation when we're on a trip, whether it's work to be done or fun to be had, that we can sometimes exhaust ourselves. So when in doubt, sleep more. And probably the last thing I'll add in this brief video is that our attitudes and our mindsets, not only do they need to be flexible, but we need to be kind to ourselves. We need to accept that sometimes everything's not going to be perfect, but in reality, if you've been doing all those healthy habits that we talk about at the Lifetime Body, it's just a blip on the screen. Or in other words, the effects of your travel will be minimal compared to the massive bank of health and wellness that you've created. So I hope these tips help you to enjoy your travel a little more and not stress out about its impact on your health and fitness. And I hope you have another fabulous day. Thanks again.